There you go. All right, now just a reminder, this is the SLM overview. So if you are looking for the command overview, that'll be happening next week. All right, so that'll be happening next Monday at the same time. But more importantly, happy solar eclipse day if you're in view of the solar eclipse that is happening in T minus, I think, like a couple hours or so. All right, so in this case, just want to go over everything that's accessible for y'all. All right, so first and foremost, welcome to the class. So we're going to talk about all the different items that are available as an agent with an office that is utilizing Scout Leroy Marketing. All right, and I'll put a couple things inside our chat section on here as well too. All right, but this is the scoutleroymarketing.com website. All right, so the main thing that I always suggest focusing on once you are on this site, all right, is all under this agent resources section. Now, if you aren't seeing this, you go to scoutleroymarketing.com and you want to sign in and you aren't seeing this drop down, make sure that you're logged in with your Market Center number. All right, the Market Center number can be found. You go to mykw.kw.com and you sign in on here. So let's sign in real quick. All right, that Market Center number can be found at the top up here in the red bar. All right, there are probably other places to find it as well too, but this is my simple method to find it very quickly. All right, so that's where you can find your Market Center number that'll give you access to your specific agent resources section. Now, a couple things I do want to highlight. First and foremost, if you have not received a setup complete email from us and you're a new agent, we'll talk about the questionnaire section in a second. Or if you're an existing agent and you want to make sure that you are fully up and running with everything possible as of today. All right, so as of April 8th, 2024. All right, then we'll show you the existing agent questionnaire where you can receive a setup complete email that'll look a little bit similar to this, where it'll say, welcome to Keller Williams, where entrepreneurs thrive, where you'll then have access to all of the information that will help to set up and a plethora of additional items that will create for you, like an email signature, and I just joined forces piece, a couple QR codes to utilize. So this is a great way to get up and running right away. Now, if you are a new agent and you're coming out of this class, welcome aboard. All right, this is going to give you access to all of your information that you'll want to utilize as a KW agent. All right, so I just wanted to highlight that real quick. And the reason I wanted to highlight that is, first and foremost, right on here, for instance, under our questionnaire section, if you are an existing agent, I love to highlight this existing agent questionnaire. All right, now as a new agent, if you didn't receive that setup complete email, that's where we have our new agent questionnaire. This is going to help to give you a white glove, red carpet treatment, getting fully up and running with everything possible. If you're an existing agent, though, and you started with KW, let's say a year ago, right? So you started April 8th, 2023. This existing agent questionnaire is a great way to go through and say, if I was starting again on April 8th, 2024, what does that look like? All right, so what all can I utilize? So I'm going to put this link inside our chat section. All right, and this is just going to ask a few quick questions for you. All right, so we're just going to go through and we're going to ask a few items on here, like what is your first and last name? What is your personal email address? So we can send over that setup complete email. What's your login and password? So that way we can access everything and spot check it. All right, and then of course, what's your cell phone number and do you have a new headshot? Now, one great thing about this existing agent questionnaire, I always consider it to be basically a yearly check-in with a doctor. All right, and the reason I love to highlight that is because inevitably, this is a great way to say, hey, I went through, I got on board a year ago, the KW technology and the SLM onboarding process has changed, but I don't know if I'm utilizing everything that I could be using. And this is a great way to double check and say, all right, what all am I missing that I should start to use today to make my life easier as a Keller Williams agent? Now, whenever you fill out this questionnaire, we are going to send back over a setup complete email similar to what you're seeing on here on the screen. All right, so it is going to say, welcome to Keller Williams, even if you've been with Keller Williams for a while. All right, but this is just going to allow us to go through and double check everything, allow you to have access to this link on here. all right, which will be a specific link for you to utilize. It'll give you your own little URL that you can save to access all of your information, and then all the info that we'll set up for you. Now, as an existing agent, some of this stuff is already set up, and that's okay. All right, so your KW.com email is already set up. Your website's already set up. All right, your agent profile, your command email, but we'll still give this to you so you can have everything in one location, so you can have a one-stop shop of everything possible. But then more importantly, we're going to take a look at everything and say, hey, what all is missing on here? Is your headshot in one location, but it's missing from another spot? Or are you utilizing the newest smart plans? Are you taking advantage of the new version of the website that's accessible on here? And have we added in all these extra pages that are available for you too? So we're going to do a full audit of your entire account to make sure everything is good to go, and even add in some additional items that we're doing now that we may not have been doing when we were setting you up previously. So I always love to tell agents this existing agent questionnaire is a phenomenal opportunity to utilize every 6 to 12 months, because it's a great way just to say, if I was starting again brand new today, what all is different and how can I take advantage of everything that's new? Now, one big thing I do want to highlight for y'all, we are not going to go in and change anything that you previously have set up. So if you have a bio set up, if you have, obviously your email set up, if your headshots in the back end, if you've got your website up and running and you have custom pages on there, we're not going to remove anything and make it a blanket updated account on here. All right, we're not going to start from scratch or anything like that. We are, although, going to look for all the gaps and all the holes to fill everything in right away. All right. So I always love to talk about the questionnaire section because it inevitably, for questionnaires and for technology setup, there's always two things that'll happen on the onboarding process. One is where you're always going to have something that is static, that'll be set up once and you won't have to worry about it again, like setting up, binding sponsorship, going through, putting inside your account routing information for profit share, anything like that. But there are certain things that are going to be dynamic. And some things that are dynamic are the technology, or is the technology. All right, that's always ever evolving, ever changing.
Hello.
Now, beyond getting up and
Yes.
running and making sure that you're utilizing everything possible, then we
I'm
have
good. How are
our
you?
live classes on here. All right, so all of our live courses are accessible on here as well, too. So very similar to the class that y'all came to today. All right, we have a section on here just about the new KW agent sites. So that way, if you want to learn a little bit more about those new sites and how you can utilize them, this will help out tremendously. And then, of course, we have live webinars every Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Mountain, 10 a.m. Pacific, so on and so forth. Now, if you want to check out all the classes that are occurring, I would definitely suggest this. So under this training section, we're going to have 3 different opportunities that are available for y'all. All right, so I'm going to open up all 3 of these real quick. Now, y'all are on the live webinar right now, so that's perfect. I love seeing that on here because obviously y'all know of the live classes that are happening. Now, if you're rewatching this at a later date, all right, that live webinar is once again every Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you convert to your time zone. And you can also go to slmwebinar.com to access it as well, too. All right. Now, under this training section, though, we have a couple different options. We have our training calendar, which is going to highlight all the different courses that are available for y'all to partake in. We have our challenges on here. I'm going to show you not only where you can access this challenge, but where you can also access all of our challenge options through the smart plans. And then, of course, the cheat sheets on here too, and how you can utilize that. All right, so that's all available on here to help out. All right, now under the training calendar section on here, first and foremost, and I'll put this over inside our chat section as well too. All right, this is where you can access all the different training options. So slmwebinar.com is where you can access the class, much like y'all are right now, every Monday through Friday. SLMtraining.com will allow you to re-access these courses 24/7. So if you have to leave the class a little bit early, that's perfectly fine, right? If you want to come back and rewatch it, that's awesome as well too. All right, all these items are available for you. And then we even have it where every other week you can vote. Well, this is obviously highlighting for the entire month, but every other week on opposite Fridays, you can vote on what class we're teaching. So if there's specific classes that you want us to go through and teach, you can click on this and say, hey, for the Friday class at 4:12, what would you like us to teach? What do you want to see? All right. And then if you don't see your answer on here, you can vote for one. And please feel free to put inside that info. So if you're like, hey, I love the fact that you've got build your social media, but I'd love to see best practices. Let's do this for Facebook. All right, so maybe go even a step further. Maybe it's even best practice for Facebook or new listings. All right, and feel free to submit that over because then we can actually go through and add that in as another opportunity for y'all to vote on to see if anyone else wants to see that class as well too. Now, if you want to add our entire training calendar, so this month alone, we're having 22 classes that are available. If you want to add the entire training calendar to your Google Calendar, please feel free. All right, so you can click this Google Calendar option at the bottom right here, and this will allow you to add that over right away to your own Google Calendar. Now, the reason I love highlighting this is because then you can actually get a reminder when these classes are occurring. So right now, as you can see, I'm currently in Eastern time on here, but I can see today is, what can SLM do for you? All right, going over all the available SLM tools and services. Tomorrow, we're having a class just about customizing your website. So if you were able to join last Tuesday when we had one about setting up the site, tomorrow we're going to dive even deeper into the websites and say, all right, now you've got it set up, how do you take advantage of it even more? Or this Wednesday, hey, how do you utilize all the paid ads on here? So this is a great way to actually see those classes and have it saved to your Google Calendar to be able to access them and have a little reminder when those courses are coming up. Now, one of my favorite things to highlight, though, and I'm going to paste this over inside our chat section. One of my favorite things to highlight, all right, is basically any of these additional flyers on here. So if you're like me, I love having this on my Google Calendar, but I also love having something that maybe I've printed off that I have on my wall in front of me so I can see what I need to do. All right, we're going to have all the different time zones on here, right, of everything that's accessible. So in this case, I could say, hey, let's do the EST one for Eastern Standard Time. So since I'm in Orlando, this is the one I'd want to utilize. All right, but then we can come on here. All right, and now we can actually see, all right, here are all the classes that are happening Monday through Friday to help us out even further. Now, I always love to say, if you are a new agent to Keller Williams, or if you are just new to utilizing the K2B technology, maybe you're using a different CRM or a different platform before, and now you want to take advantage of everything that Command has to offer, this Monday class is a fantastic opportunity for y'all to join on. This will give you a full rundown of everything that is accessible at a 30,000 foot overview. So that very high level overview to then say, now that I've got everything up and running, I've received that setup complete email, or I'm starting to utilize the K2B technology now instead of what I was using before. Well, great, right? Where is everything located? What all does it do? Right? And then obviously these opposite weeks are more around what exactly are we providing and how can you take advantage of everything possible? All right, so that's all accessible on here. Now, once you take that Monday class, right, then our Tuesday through Friday classes are deeper dives into everything possible. So if you then want to go through and say, hey, now I want to learn, like tomorrow, how to customize my website. On Wednesday, I want to learn more about the paid ads. On Thursday, I want to learn more about email campaigns. All right, let's say next Friday, I want to learn about DocuSign. This is going to be a 1 hour in-depth class to walk through everything possible. So our goal on here is really to make your life that much easier and to kind of show you everything that's accessible. So if you're coming through this and you're saying, hey, I just got set up and I really want to learn how to utilize the website, or I really want to learn how to utilize opportunities or how to utilize print marketing, there's an option for y'all. So beyond just showing you, here's the high level of everything you can do. Well, more importantly, here's everything that's a little bit more into the weeds of how you can utilize it. All right, so feel free to download this if you'd like to. And then, of course, once again, under this recorded training section, I'm sorry, the training section, my apologies, I was skipping ahead. We do have our challenges on here as well, too. So the challenge section, and once again, I'll put this over inside our chat section, is a great way if you're saying, hey, I want to learn how to utilize the KW technology, but I want to do it on my own. I want to be self-sufficient on this, and I want to hold myself accountable to learn about this over the next 30 days. All right, we have challenges just around our services, just around Command. And once again, these are all free services. We even have some quick jumpstart challenges that are 7 to 14 days on here. This Command one is the primary one that you'll probably want to utilize. All right, and there'll be a printable version on here as well, too. So once again, if you want to print this out, you're definitely more than welcome to. So I'll put the printable version over inside our chat section. So that way you can access this immediately on here. And just see everything you'll need to do over the next 30 days to become more proficient in all the KW technology and to take advantage of our services. So very simple items on here, like day 1, download your Command mobile app and sign in. Day 2, download your KW consumer app and create an account. All right, or day 3, watch our latest Command Overview class, which will be happening next Monday. All right, or even on day 6, export contacts, and day 7, send them to us to help to import them. Now, the great part about this challenge is over inside your Command account, right when you sign into your Command account, if you're a newer agent watching this, you're going to see some tasks that'll pop up. We actually have a smart plan of this challenge that'll come out one task at a time over the next 30 days to give you an idea of what you need to do to utilize all the different KW technology right away. All right, and to utilize all of our services and take advantage of everything. So that way, as this is getting completed, you can click the checkbox over on the right-hand side to mark this off immediately. All right, so that's all accessible for y'all to utilize. And of course, if you aren't seeing that, you can always go through the Smart Plans section on here. And under Smart Plans, hopefully nothing will go wrong for you. Oh, looks like something might be causing a little bit of an issue on here. That's okay. All right, but once you go under Smart Plans, you can search by the library and search by Scott Leroy. All right, so there will be a space in that last name between the E and the R for the author, and that'll bring up our Smart Plans right away that we've created, including that 30-day challenge. All right, now beyond the 30-day challenge, if you then want to see everything written out in a one-sheet option, well, I shouldn't say one sheet, but inside a PDF option of multiple sheets, all right, then we'll have this available for you for our cheat sheets. So similar to answers.kw.com, this is an FAQ walkthrough option to make your life a little bit easier. So if you're going through and saying like, hey, I want to learn more about the Designs platform, and I just want to know, what is the Designs platform? When I'm under Designs, what am I looking at on here? All right, when I go inside, how do I make an email design? How do I make a print and social design? All right, so you can actually click on any of these and it's going to walk you through everything possible. So if you want to see everything written out and you want to see that step-by-step information, this will help out tremendously on here. All right, so once again, all these items are accessible for you under that training section, whether it's our training calendar to see everything happening that week or that entire month, our challenges to see what you should do over the next 30 days to really start to utilize all the KW technology and our services, or even the cheat sheets on here to give you a walkthrough option of everything possible. Now, if you can't make it to all the live classes, which is understandable, first and foremost, I thoroughly appreciate y'all jumping on today for the live class. But if you can't make it to all of the live classes or you have to leave early, that's okay. And everyone's got a busy life. There are things going on, and hopefully you'll all be out there, having people buy and sell homes during the other classes where it's like, well, hey, I can't make it. I'm too busy. That's ideal. All right. We do record all of these training classes on here. So every class that we teach is recorded and they're available alphabetically organized, but chronologically organized. So when you're looking for the most recent version on here, this will then help you to view this immediately. So for today's class, for instance, this SLM overview, when this class is completed and we've uploaded it, then if you want to come back and rewatch this and you click on SLM overview that I'm hovering over right now, all right, the first video that'll pop up on there will say something like SLM overview -4/8. All right, so that way you can see this is the class from April 8th to access immediately. All right, so all of the classes are going to be just like that. It's all going to be alphabetically organized, but chronologically organized to access the most recent courses immediately. All right, so all available to help y'all out on here. And if you're going through and saying, hey, I'd love that y'all are doing a 1-hour campaigns class, but I really just want to learn how to do a Facebook ad, or I just really want to learn how I can actually go through and make an email campaign. We also have what we call our tech tips. These are meant to be 1 to 5 minute videos on average that'll really go over newer items that are accessible for y'all, or beyond that, also some items that, might just be helpful to take a look at. So maybe you don't need to learn all about the campaign section, but you want to go through and you want to learn how to do a Facebook ad. Well, this will help to walk you through that one specific item right away in a quick little snippet video. All right, so just want to give you that quick information to help you out immediately. All right, now beyond the training side, obviously we want to make sure that y'all have every type of training accessible on here. So whether you're going through and you're saying, hey, I do the best training when I'm actually watching a live class and I'm able to participate, we have that available. If you're going through and saying, I really just want to see what I need to do over the next 30 days to become proficient, we have that option too. If you want to see everything written out, great. If you want to come back and do this at your own time, at your own speed, at your own pace, that's available as well too. Now, beyond that, we also have support for y'all. So once you get onboarded, once we kind of help to train you on everything, I always like to let y'all know you're not on an island. We can help out with pretty much anything and everything KDB technology oriented. All right, so when looking at this agent support section on here, all right, this is my favorite page to highlight because I always get to say, whether you've been an agent for 1 day or 10 plus years, there's something of benefit on here that'll help you out. So at the bottom of every page, we're going to have our contact info. So if you ever have any issues, questions, concerns on any of the KDB technology, please feel free to reach out to us. All right, so whether it's, I'm having an issue with my website, this isn't working correctly over on DocuSign, I'm having an issue with my database, whatever it might be, any issues, questions, or concerns, we can help out with that right away. Now, beyond that, we also happen to have a plethora of free items that are available for you. So beyond helping to troubleshoot everything possible, we can also come in here and say, hey, let's take this off your plate and do this for you. All right, so on here, for instance, if you need help importing a database, that is our #1 top item. I don't know if that's ever going to change. That's our #1 item on here, but we can help to get those databases added in for you. All right, we also happen to have a section on here where we can help to create a new bio. So if you want a custom bio created on here, we can do that immediately as well. All right, on top of that, we can even go through and winterize your database. So basically what this means is we're going to go through and we are going to send off an email to all of your contacts to make sure that you have the updated contact information on there. All right, so do you have the proper emails? Do you have the proper phone number? All right, we're going to ask them for that info to help out right away. All right, and then of course we even have services just around command. So if you need help Maybe you've purchased API Nation on here and you want to make sure that everything is linked up properly. We can help with that immediately. If you want to go through and start a smart plan, we can help to get that adjusted on here as well too for you. All right, but then we even have services around the Keller Cloud tools on here. All right, so if you need, maybe you're leaving a team and you're branching out on your own, we can help to unbrand everything. All right, on top of that, if you need a QR code created on here, we can help to go through and make that for you. If you have a new email, headshot, phone number, social media info, we can help out with that right away too. All right, now beyond that, we also happen to have services just around your KDB.com email. So if you need help with that, we can go through there and help, obviously setting this up is something we'll do from the get-go. But in addition to that, if you need an alias or if you need your email forwarded, we can do that as well. And then we even have website services on here as well too. All right, so if you want us to help out by adding in testimonials, maybe you have these over inside Zillow, over on Facebook, maybe you just received one recently, we can add that in. We can forward your custom domains, set up Google Analytics. All right, we can add inside a mortgage calculator page, highlight your preferred vendors. All right, so we can do all of that right away. And then we even have some third-party support requests. If you want to utilize some of those new items that we're providing on here, that's all accessible. So we can go through and we can help to create a Canva account. We can help to make a digital business card, a Zoom account on here, even a Calendly account. All right, all available for you to use. And once again, these little red rectangles are all clickable buttons. So once you select this, it's going to give you a quick short form that you can fill out. So that way we'll be able to go through and help to update this right away for you. All right, so some simple items on here to make your life a little bit easier. This will help us just to know what you might be looking for so we can get that adjusted. Or of course, if you want to reach out to us and just shoot us an email, that works as well too, so we can help to get that up and running right away. All right. Now, beyond the support page, the final item I really want to take a look at on here, all right, is this template section. So under the template section, you'll also have free options that are available for you to utilize for us to help out with this right away. All right. So the cool part about this is these are all options that are available through Canva through the free Canva account. All right, so not through a pro account or anything of that sort. We may add that in very soon. In fact, I can imagine it's going to get added in very, very soon on here. All right. But then beyond that, here's some free items that you can utilize immediately. Right? So if you want to utilize any of the agent templates, they're all on the right-hand side. Now you will need, obviously, in this case, a Canva account in order to access them. I'll put this over inside our chat section, though. All right, so if there are any of these pieces you're looking for, like maybe you want to use a listing social post that you can post out over on Facebook immediately. All right, or over onto any of the different social platforms, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, completely up to you. And once you click on this, it's then going to show the different variations of those templates that you can use right away. All right. Now, once again, this is just meant to be in addition to what's available over on Designs. All right, so these are all meant to be in addition to what you currently have access to. So it's not meant to be a replacement, but just some extra items you can use right away. All right, so that's all accessible for y'all to utilize. Now, once again, you would need a free Canva account, but if you don't happen to have one, that's okay. You can actually reach out. At the bottom of that free template section, say right here, help me set up a free Canva account. We can help to do that. All right. So this is a shorter class than normal. This is just going over the stuff that we have to provide on here. But giving a quick walkthrough again of everything possible on here. So once again, under scottleroymarketing.com, you'll just want to sign in with your Market Center number, or that Market Center number can be found under mykw.kdb.com. There's a couple other locations to find it as well too, but if you're looking for it pretty quickly, it'll show up here in this little red bar. It'll just be the number. All right, so not MC number, but just the number. So this is the one for this particular office. Your office is going to be a little bit different. All right, but then we're going to have everything under this agent resources section. So first and foremost, if you're a newer agent and you haven't gotten that setup complete email yet, we do have our questionnaire option on here to help you out immediately to go through and get everything adjusted for you. And of course, if you're an existing agent, we can go through and access this existing agent questionnaire. And it's just going to have approximately 6 required questions, 2 of which are your first and last name, for us to get you up and running right away on here. Now, remember, this is just going to be like a yearly check-in with the doctor to make sure everything is running correctly, so we can help out with that right away. All right, we also have all of our training options. We have a new agent website option on here to give you an idea of how to utilize that new site. We have all of our live webinars Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Central, 11 a.m. Mountain, so on and so forth. You can see what classes are happening for the month on our training calendar section. You can view our training challenge on here, so our 30-day challenge or even our jumpstart kind of shorter challenges on here. And remember that Command Challenge is a smart plan now. So you can also access that through the smart plans inside Command directly. And then, of course, we have all our cheat sheets. These are helpful walkthrough FAQ options just to make your life a little bit easier. All right. Now, all of our classes are recorded. They're alphabetically organized, but chronologically organized just to give you access to this right away. So that way, if you want to go through and see one of the most recent classes that we did and rewatch it, you're definitely more than welcome to. Or if you want to go through and see some of the quicker tip options that are usually 1 to 5 minutes on average, we'll have the SLM tech tips on here as well, too. And then, of course, we have our agent support section. Once again, this is my favorite thing to highlight for y'all. We can help with any troubleshooting issues, questions, concerns that y'all may have. So if you reach out to support@scottleroymarketing.com, we can help out with that right away on there. Or these are all free items that we can also do for you, right? Just to make your life a little bit easier. Right? And just a reminder, that's support@scottleroymarketing.com. So make sure you're utilizing that email address for us. All right, we also have our templates on here, which are all of our free templates through Canva that you can utilize right away. Now, you do need a Canva account, but if you do not have one, we can create one for you as well. And remember, these are free to use and are really just meant to be in addition to what's available over on the KW technology through the Designs platform in Command. All right. So hopefully that gave you a little bit of an overview of everything that's accessible as an agent on the ScottleroyMarketing.com site and all the free items that you can utilize on here. All right, so our goal at the end of the day is definitely to help y'all to make your life that much easier, to act as basically an extra staff member, and more importantly, to help you with all the KW technology that we can. All right, so if y'all ever have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. I know I put a good amount of info on here. Remember, bottom of every page, we're going to have our contact info on here, so please feel free to reach out. This class has been recorded, so it's going to be available later on today on slmtraining.com or over on our website, where you can access that as well, too. Right, so remember, all under here, under that training option and under the recorded training, more importantly, to access it again. All right, but hopefully we'll see you all in the next training class tomorrow. That's going to go over the websites that'll dive even deeper into it. And of course, if y'all have any questions, always feel free to reach out to us. That is what we're here for, to make your life that much easier. All right, so thank you so much for coming to class today. A little bit shorter class than normal. All right, but I'm excited to go over all these items, and I hope that this was beneficial for y'all to make your life that much simpler. All right, so looking forward to helping everyone out. I hope you'll have a fantastic day. Enjoy the solar eclipse if you're going to be able to see that. All right, and we'll chat with y'all very soon, and we'll see you on the next training class.